वो महेश्वर गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव। जे उत्पत्ति स्थिति लय करे वेदो स्तुति उच्चरे। जेनारोम सुछिद्रमा अणुसमा ब्रह्मांड कोटि फरे। माया काळ रवि शशि सुरगणो आज्ञानलोपेक्षण। एवा अक्षरधामना अधिपति श्री स्वामी नारायण। जनियमृतवाणी तो बहिरहि साक्षात् महिमा रूपे। जनी ब्राह्मी स्थिति अहोलिन करे सुभव्य अक्षर पदे। शरणागत निज अल्प जीव सहुना श्रेयार्थ तत्पर रहे। काका स्नेहल सिंधु दिव्य विभुने हय्यूं तो वंदन करे। सजानंद स्वामी महाराजनी जय। सर्वे गुणातीत स्वरूपोनी जय जय जय। प्रगट ब्रह्म स्वरूप काकाजी महाराज, पप्पाजी महाराज, स्नेहल सिंधु दिव्य बंधु शताब्दी पर्व महोत्सवनी जय जय। प्रगट ब्रह्म स्वरूप हरिप्रसाद स्वामी महाराजनी जय जय जय। प्रगट ब्रह्म स्वरूप जसभाई साहेबनी जय जय जय। आज के आनंद की जय जय जय। सद्गुरुदेव की जय जय जय। सर्वे गुणातीत स्वरूपोनी जय जय जय। आज सरस हमारा शुक्रवार सभानी अंदर नवा नवा बधा मेहमानों भी पधार्या। अरविंद भाई आपने भी खूब खूब धन्यवाद बधाने लाव्या। हमारा डेट्रोइट थी भी मनुभाई आव्या छे अने ए आपड़ा जसभाई लॉन्ड्रीवालाना ज्यां दीकरी त्यां रहे छे एमना पाड़ोशी छे अने स्वामीनारायणनी खूब खूब एमने निष्ठा छे अने स्वामीनारायणनो सत्संग भी खूब एमने वालो छे। बीजा भी कैनेडा थी आव्या छे। तमने भी खूब खूब धन्यवाद। हमारा बहन जी भी आए हैं हमारे। और
दिनकर भी एक बात करूं।
हाँ।
दादा था ने पायलीना એ શાસ્ત્રીજી મારા
हाँ આવી ગયા ઓકે हाँ हाँ
એમનું નામ જીવાભાઈ શાસ્ત્રી મહારાજની આજ્ઞાથી તો પોતે સંત થઈ ગયેલા. એમનું નામ નીલકંઠ સ્વામી હતું.
अच्छा
એટલે મારે તો જન્મથી જ
खूब नसीबदार। हाँ बीजा हमारा नवीन भाई आव्या छे पवई थी ने या एटले वी हैव ए वेरी नाइस न्यूकमर्स। Last 10 days or so we were in London and we went to get the blessings from Sahib Dada and other saints there on the occasion of Bhagavad, Srimad Bhagavad Parayan by Bhai, Ramesh Bhai Oja, and then the Mandir Murti Pratishtha Mahotsav, Sahib Dada's 75th birthday Mahotsav, and our Himmat Swami's birthday Mahotsav, and other occasions. We went there and it was a very great time there, and so many people that they came all over the globe to celebrate this Mandir Murti Pratishtha Mahotsav. Our satsang in London started from 1973, when Kakaji, Jasbai Sahib and Harsadbhai Bhatt first made this European and American trip, and Kakaji and Sahib continued, the growth, and today we see a very big family there, in London. So, in about 4 years or 5 years of that time, Kakaji came back again in 1977 to London. Sahib Dada had come before, in 75, 76 also in London and America. And then they had bought one home for satsang activities. But then home was getting smaller, because if Sonaba and Pappaji and Kakaji and everybody would come there, not enough room for everybody to accommodate properly, And Kakaji and Pappaji and Ba, they were all very humble, They would not ask or demand anything. But it was Sahib's feeling, that maybe we should do a little bit more, bigger place, for accommodation. So they were talking, and Sonaba was passing through the highway and mala in her hand, and when she was passing through, she said, just where this mandir is now, saying that why don't you buy all this wooded area, there are a lot of woods and you will find a very good price and make a big mandir there, A Gunatit saint, her every action is coming from God, and it happened so that area was a big horse barn of a British lady, and she was a customer, or she was shopping in one of our devotees' dukan, in shop. So she made a proposal that she wants to sell the property, and then this devotee says that don't go in, public. We think we can buy, And then they suggested that, and at that time Kakaji was in London, and they showed the place, and they were saying that, okay, Sahib Dada is not here, and now Sonaba is not here, and Papa is not here, so we like this place, but we will take their permission, we will take their okay, and then we would decide, Kakaji was there, and he says, this is a very nice place, it has very nice vibrations, and I am Pappaji telling you to buy it, I am Sonaba telling you to buy it, I am Sahib telling you to buy it, and you buy right now. Don't delay for a minute. And all those people there, they accepted Kakaji's words. And there was a tree there, that Kakaji did some pujan and memorial, tilak and challo and other things on that tree. And that they bought it, And then they spent a lot of evening hours, all those people, to rearrange and to repair that home, because it was very run-down condition. And all these years, from about 1981 maybe to 2015, all these years, they have been living there, And for last 10 years, Sahib Dada was planning to make a bigger expansion there. But the problem was that it was a green belt area, that you cannot build anything, It is just the land that you have to keep it. So everybody was saying that we cannot have this, we cannot build it here, Government will not give permission, But Sahib Dada kept insisting that this is the blessed land of Kakaji, and something would happen, and we would get the permission. And miracle happened, or whatever we call, that the board gave the permission to build. And then they gave permission to equal square footage of the existing building, that they can build another place and then they demolished the existing building, so it's same Greenland area, So then they provided the plans and maps and everything. And then in 2012, I was there, and I donated also, from our behalf, some starter, donation. And I suggested that while you are doing this, and they had a restriction that you cannot go certain height, So you cannot go 2-story, because of the, aeroplane flying height and all that. So I suggested that why don't you go underground also, maybe see if you can do, one level below. But they were saying that there is a water level there, They cannot go underground, And I said that from London to Paris, they have a tunnel going in water. And nowadays, modern days, we are saying that we cannot have, construction going in, water table, It's possible, You can find out, But anyhow, then they explored, and then they already had approval, for single story. And then our Satish Bhai Chatwani called the commission again, saying that can we go underground? And they say, yeah, you submit, and we will approve. So they all over they went again, and they started again with the new drawings and new papers, and then it got approved. So it got delayed because of that. Otherwise, last year it was going to be built. But now they have 3-phase plan. First phase is this, that they had mandir. But now they are going to go underground and make, dining area and kitchen area and all that. Sadhak Nivas also there, So it would have twice the square footage now than they would have at the current mandir, So that would be a very nice layout, But the point is, that we went there and it was so nice that all of these people all over the world, they were coming and helping there, About 12, 13 years ago, they built the Allentown Mandir. And London people had collected fund to do the temple in the London area. But when the Allentown Mandir came, they all provided that fund for the Allentown Mandir. So this time, for the London Mandir, all this American, group, they provided so much support, and because of their activities and support, the whole function was very big and very, successful. So today I was talking to Vasi uncle, and Vasi uncle was very happy also. Also I invited a lot of dignitaries, who I was sitting with. There is one saint, Adhyatmanand Swami. He is coming last 20 years, with Sahib Satsang Group. He had come here also in 1966. Samanvay Mahotsav, he had come also. He was very happy and excited here. So I invited him for the next year's celebration, and he accepted, So Vasibhai was telling me, that you have told all these people, that is very good. But just like Sahib has done this coordination with different centers from Canada, from USA, from Australia, from Germany and others, Africa, and work together. Vasibhai says, our function next year, also we want to work with this harmony, All different centers, we want to work together and combined effort and make a grand success, So next year, June 10, 11 and 12, Manubai, અહીંયા આગળ મોટું ફંક્શન રાખ્યું છે. તમે જરૂર આવજો. જૂનની 10, 11, 12, હા? હા, આવતા તમારા કેલેન્ડરમાં લખી રાખજો. અમે તમને ઇન્વિટેશન કાર્ડ બી આપીશું. હા, જરૂર આવજો. હા, અમારા અરવિંદભાઈ બી છે. મેસેજ આપશે. So the trip was very great. Then I had made some changes in my retirement plan, that I was going to retire in July, that I have extended in January. And because of my planning earlier, that I used up a lot of my vacation in January, February, March. So I was in shortage of time. Otherwise, I was going to be gone for 1 month, in Europe. But maybe, a lot of you people didn't want me to be that far, that long. So, I had cut down into only 1 week there, So, I saved some of my vacation plan there. But our Lakubai is still there. Lakubai had booked the ticket, hoping that I will be there until 23rd, and then he will come back and I'll continue in, Paris and Germany and other places. But it worked the other way, that I came first and Lakubai is still there. And he is in Paris, and then tomorrow night he is going to travel from Paris by train, I think, and he is going to come to London on his own and come to the airport on his own and then fly to Chicago on his own, So now he is a grown-up boy, huh? Prakash bhai? Yeah. And there also, wherever he is there serving and helping me, all those people, they think that Laku is like a very mature person, and very humble and serving, to others also, So these are the impressions, that our youngsters are carrying, they are learning, Same way when we went to, Canada, our Sahaj Bhai and our Kush Bhai and Bhavya Bhai and others, they also joined us there, and they did a great job also, So, this is what we want to teach them. This is what we want to raise them and cultivate them, So, with that yatra that we had, and a lot of others also had come, in our London yatra also. And we all had a very good time, So with that, our Anami Ben's birthday now. Everybody said a lot and nice about Anami Ben, And Anami Ben from the very young age, he is born in the 4th satsang generation. 4th or 5th, beta? Anami, Vandan Bhai, Girish Bhai, and Girish Bhai's father and grandfather also, right? So 5 generation, huh? So 5 generation of satsang, and she has been very dedicated, Excuse me. And then I heard Rachna Ben said, that she is very particular, and very sincere to follow Shikshapatri, That even if there is a nice cake, and kids, they enjoy sweets. But because it may have eggs, she says she does not want to eat. Donuts or anything, she may think there is a egg in there, she may not want to eat. But then I was thinking, there is one place where there is egg and she eats. Do you know? Amy is eggplant. So that eggplant is okay, right, Anami? It's more than okay. Maybe we should change that name, right? Instead of eggplant, we should say brinjal plant. But that is very nice, that to control the mind over the urge of eating food at this young age is telling that she is not a common soul. She is an elevated soul, She has come for a divine plan, divine purpose, right? But then everybody has said all nice things, But I want to tell one thing, that Anami could do something and that would help her. And Shital Ben, do you know what I should tell her? Hey, beta? No? Do you know what I should tell you, beta? No? She should raise her voice. She is so low tone that even her mom may not hear everything that she talks, maybe. Is that true? Sometimes your mom does not hear you all? Sometimes, yeah, I know. So we have to learn how to raise our tone. Because if you want to be a good preacher, somebody said preaching, right? Vibhaben was saying preaching? Or, huh? Rachna Ben said, right? Preaching? That Anami preaches also, something like that? Huh? Right, but that was right word she used, that we want to be a preacher also, A preacher is the one who lives the life and also tells others to live that life. There is a difference. A person can live the life but cannot tell others and cannot motivate others. A preacher is the one who lives the life and tells others to live that type of life also. So, we see that in you, but if you don't raise your voice, then how somebody would understand? How somebody would listen? So, try better, try to practice, and it would happen, Because you have a lot of talent, You are always working very hard, and you are doing everything in a very good way, Today in the morning, she called me while she was going to school. And I was already with our Amy Ben doing dhun. Because birthday is the day, we should do at least 1.25 hours of dhun. So, I was doing dhun with Amy Ben, and then Anami Ben called, And I was doing my exercise, and my phone was on the side. But Kakaji did something, that I just glimpsed. And there was a flickering sign, that somebody called, and it just disappeared, Then I said, somebody must have called. So then I picked up the phone and I saw that it was Anami. So I called her back, Or maybe I picked up the phone. But anyhow, so we did some dhun while she was going to school. And coming back from the school, did you find time, beta, for doing dhun? No? Time was there, but you did not find it. Okay. So now, when we leave, can I call you back so that you make sure that we do dhun? You will not be sleepy? You'll be okay? Tomorrow is Saturday, right? But beta, we should do dhun, 1.25 hour dhun. Kakaji said, 75 minutes dhun is very good on our birthday, So, I have to say to our Sheetal Ben also that you did not remind her when she came from school. So our priorities are changing. We don't want to change priorities, beta? I know things we do, but dhun is first priority. So we have to really pray to God, and get the divine inspirations. Our Ashok Bhai, Rupa Ben's father also, is his birthday today. And Ashok Bhai came in satsang in 1985, in last visit of Kakaji, And from that point onward, whole family came in our satsang, joined our satsang, and, doing well, in the satsang. Ashok Bhai was very helping person also, And even at any time, if we ask him for some help or support, he would come, and do the seva in the mandir satsang, I remember, that Kakaji living from Chicago especially told me, that this Ashok Bhai and his family, that you keep, in touch and try to, be close with them, And that day onward, I have always, kept them in our circle loop and satsang loop. So we pray for his good health. And just recently he was in hospital. He was hospitalized, but everything worked out okay. He had a small procedure, for gallbladder removal, but it became more complicated, and he had to admit again in the hospital and all that, But we went there, we prayed for him, and things became normal now, so he's back to normal. So we pray on that. And then our Amy Ben, and her birthday is on the Raksha Bandhan, Purnima, So it is coming, shortly, I guess. But August 21st, 1975, but she was telling me, that in her office, people don't believe that she is in 1975. She is 1995 born, only 20 years old rather than 40 years old, So that is a discount, And same way our Anami, she looks like 6 or 7. Shital? She is looking so small and innocent and young, that there is lot of hidden talent within her, which is very difficult to, bring it out. So, our Amy Ben, one thing that we are all very happy about is her cooking, and her cooking interest, That she has learned a lot to make so many varieties of food and so many varieties of items. We were in London, and there is one devotee who has that big, cooking shop there, Kishore Bhai Jethwa, that he came to Paris, to help support Kakaji's function, And by the way, he is interested to come here and help us also, whatever way we can, So our Ketan Bhai and Sapan Bhai and others, they are working on that, So he's ready to, come here and support also. But when we went to see Kishore Bhai Jethwa at his home, he was remembering Rachna Ben and Amy Ben there. Oh, Rachna Ben was there with us, yes, at his home. So both of them did a very great job in Paris in cooking and not worrying about keeping their hands wet for long many hours, and preparing the food and items, So that is one good thing that Amy has good handle on that, on cooking, But again, just like our Anami Ben, what Amy Ben has to also learn is that when she talks to me, her tone is different than when she talks to Kusum Masi. So maybe she has to work on that, But Kusum Masi is also, very insistent, If she has made dhokra, no matter what happens, dhokra is going to be at Narayan's place, Amy would say, no, no, no. And she would say, yes, yes, yes. So there is a competition going, But I think if we create a positive attitude, it would help us, And it sometimes becomes natural that when we start creating some attitude, to someone we really love, someone we really, think that we are very close, and that creates a different level of, discussion. But I think we want to improve that, So when you talk to Kusumandi, think that you are talking to me and see how that changes, she has a lot of other talents, and sometimes I learn from her, her skills in banking system and banks and other things is very elevated, and she is a computer expert also, Well, in her family, Vimal Kumar is computer expert, Narayan is computer expert, so everybody is computer expert, But yes, Keshav, you are also expert. So, on this day, we all want to pray that our Anami Ben, our Amy Ben, our Ashok Bhai, they all live a very healthy life, very happy professional life, very school happy life, and also spiritually elevated life, that they find, the time to come in satsang and help in satsang, and next year participate in our big event coming. So Anami, you will have to tell me one or two things that you will do for the next year's function, beta, huh? That what you will do to please Kakaji, huh, beta? Okay. And so does Amy Ben also can do that. And whoever has the birthdays coming, I think we should bring up this kind of opportunities to get one or two things that they can do for the coming satsang, Other thing is that whenever we do this Friday Sabha, maybe we want to bring one clip of Kakaji or Papaji's, incidents maybe to revive, our next year's function, and maybe have our Surat Bhai or, Pintu Bhai, somebody, maybe get some support and help, maybe to get some scripts, maybe video or, cassettes or something, that we can listen better. So that would be a good maybe thought also, So with that, let me see where we are on the time scale. Oh, it's already 10 o'clock. So we want to have our two brothers, say something. Our Pintu Bhai and... Where is Pintu Bhai? Oh, Pintu Bhai and our Surat Bhai, Saras.